Greens, folks. This is a BlackWeasel, and this is my One Piece viewing of chapter 891. And we come in after a week break since it was the New Year in Japan. This is also like a special break for weekly showing Jump. So now, looks like we're back into the regular schedule, so here we go. The name of chapter 891 is called Believing in Me. Now we are dropping in on the lives of the Straw Hat Grand Pirate Fleet of Volume 23, the Leo arc. And the caption says, "Boys, we're going to rebuild every last building in this town." So he pulls up a sword, and all the guys just start holding materials, to rebuild the town of Dressrosa that got whacked by the strings of the birdcage. I can't believe it that was over 100 chapters ago. Time goes by really fast. Alright. The chapter begins in Wheat Island, Soft Flower Town. There's a crashing noise, and someone's yelling, and someone's making another yelling noise. And someone looks at a mirror that gets crashed and broken, and he says, "Yeah, that surprised me." And one of the persons asks, "Damn, that Straw Hat, is he really that strong?" And another person says, "I can't believe his fight with Lord Dogtooth, of all people in the mirror world, has gone on for this long." And the scene changes towards Whole Cake Island, and someone says, "It's already 9:30 this war." Another person says, "The thing that is dragged on this long, the reports of mirrors breaking across the islands won't stop coming in." And Stussy starts laughing. "Foo foo foo, want to hear something interesting, friends?" And Morgan says, "Oi, lay off it. Their chance of surviving this will take another hit." And Tamako says, "What is it, Lady Stussy?" And Stussy says, "The Tom met Bako. You took it from the Straw Hats, right? That big explosion, the box was what caused that." And Tamako yells out, "What?" So it looks like the crowd of what happened here looks like people did not know that Stussy is a CP0 operative. Anyways, the scene has changed into the mirror world, and even the caption itself, it looks like a mirror. And someone says, "Today too, you are as perfect and wonderful as always, Brother Dogtooth." And someone's yelling out, "Ann, what's taking so long, snipers?" And someone says, "We've been shooting for a while, but..." And another person asks, "And how many have you hit?" And there's a shooting noise, pew, pew, pew. And the sniper says, "He's moving around so fast, we can't, damn it!" And, one person yells out, "Oh, you powerless fools!" And the sniper gets stabbed with a fork into his shoulder. He yells out, "Gah!" And another person says, "I have 41 older brothers, and 40 of them have selected me as the winner of the Best Little Sister Award. I'm super popular." And someone is laughing at the guy being stabbed with a fork. And the person says, "But Brother Dogtooth is the favorite of all 38 of his little sisters, and he's beloved by his little brothers as well. I got a lot of rivals." And we have a character introduction of a girl, and she says, "Everyone wants to be Dogtooth's favorite, but I am the most beloved little sister. I'm the girl that will become the little sister king." And she also says, "I'm going to help my brother here and score some brownie points." And we have a character introduction. The Charlotte family, the 33rd daughter, 15 years old, Charlotte Flambe. And she's part of the Katakuri fan club leader and special forces captain. And her underlings yell out, "We understand, Lady Flaming." And they also said, "We underlings want Lord Dogtooth to love us too." And Flam says, "No one gives a crap about you, idiots." And Flam says, besides, for an enemy to give my brother this much trouble, no one should bear to witness this. He should always be perfect. And Lady Flam says, I don't want anyone to lose their love for him. And another person says, Gahaha, you're right. And Lady Flam says, truth be told, he isn't exactly having trouble. It's just that his opponent is persistent. He's taking wounds that should have been fatal many times now. And Lady Flam also says, and he's been bleeding like a stuck pig. And he gets up every time. Wahaha, it's hilarious. It's pathetic. Just to see your blood soaked filthy monkey. And Darktooth looks on, and we finally jump into the fight against Luffy against Darktooth. And there's a donut. There's a Mochi turned into a donut that looks like it's getting ready to wrap around him. And it turns out to be a big punch that comes out, and Luffy dodges out of the way. And he continues rolling, and he delivers a kick towards Darktooth. But Darktooth appears towards his backside, and it looks like he's getting ready to attack him. And Darktooth makes a bunch of more Peerless donuts, and they start wailing on Luffy. He starts to wailing multiple punches on Luffy, and Darktooth thinks to himself, did he just try to dodge that? And Luffy looks pissed off while he takes a punch to the cheek. And Darktooth is going to deliver a kick towards Luffy. And Darktooth yells out, why won't they die? Your blasted eyes. And he delivers a big ass kick that turns into Mochi against the wall. And Darktooth is surprised. And there's a bunch of booming noises. There's another boom. And Luffy managed to break out from the Mochi substance as Darktooth looks on. And there's a big wreckage on the pillar. And Luffy starts panting, as he moves away from the Mochi. And Darktooth says, I don't think you get it. That just falling down is in itself shameful. And then Luffy tries to dodge another punch, and he dodges a big punch from Darktooth. And he falls down to the ground. And he gets up, and Luffy says, ow. And Luffy receives another punch to the chest. And he yells out, he starts yelling really loud. And Darktooth says, frustrating, isn't it? You tried to stand, so I prevented you from standing. You tried to throw a punch with your left hand, so I hit your left soldier. You tried to throw a punch with your right hand, so I hit your right soldier. And as a result, you've been reduced to an idiot that only can grow frustrated. This is what it means to be read like a book. And Luffy starts, there's someone saying in a flashback, and someone saying attacks have willpower behind them and an aura to them. Don't just flail about wildly, Luffy. And Luffy continues to pant, and he finally closes his eyes. And Darktooth uses Peerless Donuts combined with Strength Mochi. And Luffy delivers a big elephant gun to combat that. And Darktooth looks on, and Luffy looks like he's closing his eyes. And Dog Tooth delivers a backside kick towards Luffy, and he sends him flying. And Dog Tooth thinks to himself, I was right. While infrequently, he is managing to see the future, just like me. I can't believe that Luffy's really trying to do that. And Dog Tooth says, don't get up anymore. Your big plan is no secret to us. And he put this in quotes, Kako Island at 1 a.m. Of course your friends will be crushed before they can make it to Kako Island. And Dog Tooth says, waiting for them are my little brothers in their battleships. And then they await you too, should you manage to make it out of here. And Luffy says, but, I will make it out of these mirrors, I promise. And Dog Tooth looks puzzled. And he says, what, have you been even listening? And I think the scene ends just like that. And the scene changes at the sea on Beckett's ship currently. And Sanji says, we did it. He yells out, it's finished. A supreme wedding cake capable of stopping Big Mom in her tracks. And Vito says, what a sublime fragrance. I feel faint. I can't really describe it. And Capone and Beckett says, we don't even need to put any poison in it. and Gotti says, the deliciousness will carry straight you to heaven, Big Mom. And Lady Pudding sits down and she says, phew. And her underling says, Lady Pudding. And Lady Pudding says, I'm so glad we made it in time. And someone is saying, oh, are you okay? And another person says, the cooks are fainting. And another person says, what a cruel cooking process. And Sanji says, Pudding, Chiffin, you both made this possible. Thank you so much. And Sanji says, with this cake, I'm sure I'll be able to save my friends. And Pudding gets, Pudding turns red, has a blood rush towards her face as he tries to cover her eyes. And Chiffin looks on. And Pudding turns evil once again. And she says, ha, I wonder about that. We may have finished this cake, but your friends may already be dead, you know. And even if they're alive, Big Mom may not even like this cake. Then we'll carry this cake all this way for nothing, Sanji. And someone says, my dear, how can you say that, Pudding? And Pudding starts crying, and she says, I'm so wrong. How could I say such a thing? And Sanji says, well, we gotta meet up with them anyway. And then someone says, I'll make the best cake ever and stop Big Mom because there. And the scene changes in the mirror world, and Luffy struggles to get up. He says, I'll clobber you and definitely make it out of these mirrors because they're believing in me. That's a bold statement. Sanji and Luffy both yell out, believing in me. As Luffy's got. And now, on the next page, the scene changes at sea, at the Sunny, and Chopper has turned into a monster point form. That's what I expected. He yells out as a big ass roar, and Pearls gets surprised as hell. He says, what in the world is that? Your ship is just filled with monsters, isn't it? And Nami yells out, Chopper, it's useless. And Chopper looks really pissed off. He yells out, even so, I gotta do something. Come and try me, Big Mom. At the very least, I can grab you and jump, taking you down to the depths with me. And Big Mom starts laughing, ha ha ha, mama, he, run as far as you wish. And someone says, we somehow made it this far, but even though Sanji will be here any minute now. And Big Mom yells out, it was quite fun. Now then, the cake. And Jinbe looks surprised as hell. And he says, at that size, even ocean water won't do a thing. And Brook yells out, "So that's a Yonku's soul?" And Nami looks puzzled, and she says, "What?" And Big Mom says, "What is this wonderful aroma?" And that's the end of chapter 891. And One Piece is on a break next week. Shit. I can take a chapter being on a break due to the new year, but another break next week? Oh my god. Well, that's the end of One Piece chapter 891. That's the end.